Whenever you're ready.
Whenever?
Whenever you're ready, go for it.
It's definitely a sound that I feel I developed, but I don't see it as, you know, I know there's this whole thing like people like maybe look down on genre jumping or something like that. But I've never seen music in a genre. I even had a hard time calling like punk band a punk band. I call it in retrospect a punk band because we jumped around and tried to get in fights and had a good time. But I don't know. I know it's cheesy to say maybe, but music is always just music, and I'm always trying to develop a sound. So. This guy, Danny Mexico Terror. He was really my first introduction to being a musician, I guess. He was like a pop musician of the 70s and 80s. And he kind of gave me my first microphone and a delay pedal, actually, oddly enough. And that he kind of got me interested in it. He had a piano, and he let me sit down and be on, and that was kind of how I got started. My dad also taught me, I found a guitar in his closet, and that was given to him by his father, and he showed me what he knew, so that was kind of the start, and that's how it went. Like that's like my challenge is always with my voice, like trying to figure out what I want my voice to become or something. But it's always been the same. I've listened to recordings of myself a long time ago, and it's always been the same. And I can't really pinpoint, if I had my way, I'd sing like John Lennon, but I just don't. I've tried to sing like John Lennon my whole life, but it doesn't come out that way.
It seems like they're big parts of the song sometimes.
They are, because I have like the love-hate relationship with the guitar. It's like it's the only thing I do well. Everything else is kind of like a little bit shabby. So it's more of a cherry on top when I put it down, and it's always very clear what I want to do. Been in other bands, and I was just kind of fed up with
compromising.
Not even compromising. To be honest, it was just like I didn't want to teach anyone to play a certain way. I already knew how I was going to play it. It was very fast. Everything I played was 1, 2, 3 takes. I wanted it to be sloppy and not perfect, and just kind of like very immediate, you know. So I just didn't want to have to, you know, there's a lot of people who are more perfectionists than I am, so I didn't want to have to deal with people's insecurities about just like wearing something.
No, you like